So Netflix ends as a deeply emotional story about love, guilt, loneliness, and finally learning how to stop running away from pain. Across nearly 10 years, the series follows Ryu and Johan as two broken people who slowly become each other's safe place, even when life keeps pulling them apart. Ryu's journey really begins with guilt. Back in college, his close friend and teammate Arata confessed his feelings to him. Ryu didn't reject him, but he was too scared to openly support him either. When another teammate overheard the conversation, rumors spread across the team, and Arata became the target of cruel discrimination and harassment. The pressure became so overwhelming that Arata attempted suicide before an important game. Although he survived, Ryu blamed himself for everything. Unable to face Arata, his teammates, or even basketball anymore, Ryu ran away to Berlin. But Berlin never felt like freedom. For Ryu, it became a form of self punishment because he believed he no longer deserved happiness. Johan's life falls apart in different way. After a match fixing scandal destroyed his boxing career in Korea, he tries to rebuild his life in Japan. But things spiral again when he protects his friend Hyun from a violent group at a gay bar. The attack turns out to be connected to the same corrupt promoter who ruined Johan's career years earlier. Once the incident goes viral online, Johan becomes the target of massive public backlash and homophobic abuse. Even innocent people around him suffer because of the controversy, including his coach, whose gym shut down due to negative attention. Johan becomes convinced that anyone else close to him will eventually get hurt because of him, so he isolates himself completely. Eventually, Ryu tracks Johan down in an abandoned factory in Korea. Johan is ashamed and doesn't want Ryu to see him at his lowest point, but Ryu refuses to leave him behind. Instead, he asks Johan to come back to China with him. For Johan, this move becomes more than just escaping Korea. It's the first real chance he has at emotional survival and belonging. The series also gives a heartbreaking but hopeful arc to Sumiko. Despite appearing confident and independent, she grew up without much love or stability. Later, she falls in love with Saichi, and the two plan a future together. But tragedy strikes when Saichi dies in car accident before their child is born. Terrified of becoming a neglectful parent like her own mother, Sumiko struggles with grief and fear. Ryu and Joanne support her through everything, and together they raise a baby, Kanao, as an unconventional but loving family. But the biggest tragedy arrives when Johan learns he has ALS, a terminal disease that will slowly take away his ability to move and speak. Instead of telling the people he loves, Johan hides the truth. He starts staying out late, drinking heavily, and emotionally distancing himself from Ryu. Their relationship becomes tense and painful, leading to constant arguments. During one fight, Johan admits he's in love with someone, but he still cannot fully confess his feelings or reveal his illness. Deep down, Johan believes staying would only force Ryu and the others to watch him slowly die. So, just like Ryu once ran away to Berlin because of guilt, Johan now runs away because of fear and love. The ending jumps forward 10 years. Ryu is living quietly with Sumiko, Kano, and his parents, still carrying the pain of Johan's disappearance. One day, he discovers Johan's diary filled with drawings, memories, and hidden feelings about him. For the first time, Ryu realizes how deeply Johan loved him all along. Soon after, Suha tells him that Johan is dying in Berlin. Ryu rushes to Germany and reunites with Johan, who is now physically weak, using a wheelchair and barely able to speak because of ALS. Their reunion is gentle, honest, and heartbreaking. Johan reveals through a recorded video that meeting Ryu gave him a reason to keep living during the darkest moment of his life. Finally, after years of silence and emotional repression, Ryu admits he loves Johan too. In the final scenes, the two return to the same Berlin church where they first met before setting off on one final journey together. The show never suggests Johan will recover. His illness remains terminal, but the ending is still hopeful because the story stops being about fear, shame, or regret. For the first time, Ryu and Johan fuse each other completely, deciding to spend whatever time remains together without hiding their feelings anymore. Thank you for watching. Bye.